Hi, my name is Jonathan with I Call It Attraction. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you understand attraction. So today we're talking about MGTOW. MGTOW. Many of you heard of this. MGTOW. What is it? MGTOW? Yeah, which stands for men going their own way. So MGTOW, men going their own way. That's the name of it and the acronym. And what it stands for is, instead of men being with women in a relationship or dating women or actively, you know, having sex with women, it's men literally going their own way. Now, I gotta be honest, I don't mean no disrespect. When I first heard of this movement, I literally thought this, like, what are y'all gay? Like, what do you mean y'all going your own way? Like, y'all don't want women? Like, you going your own way and it's just all dudes? There's no chicks there? Like, what kind of party is this? What part of the game is this? And so I didn't want nothing to do with it, and that was my first thought, is that it was homosexual. And I'm not bashing them, not saying nothing bad about them. Hey, if that's what you want to do your thing. No judgment here. But that's what I thought it was. I found out it wasn't that they're homosexual, that they don't like women and they just want man. No, when they say going their own way, they don't mean like going with man. They mean just simply not dating and not being in relationships and not dealing with women. Well, I thought, well, man, they came from a woman's womb. So how don't you want nothing to do with a woman? And mind you, it baffles me because a lot of these dudes are like YouTube sensations, in the red pill community. And I mean, millions of subscribers and, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, how is that even possible? And they name the claim of being masculine and alpha male and, all these different things. And it's like, how could that be possible when, like, the kind of the masculinity that they got is like a false perception. It's a false version of it. Like, I sit and watch some of these dudes, and excuse my speech, but a lot of them is just a bunch of sensitive, whiny bastards. Like, they just whine and just, harp on about, how badly women treated them and how bad, oh, she's hypergamy and she's gonna jump from this person to the next person, and I can't trust the woman, and everything just sounds so fear-based. If I'm being honest, it all sounds so fear-based. The reason why is because I understand hypergamy, real well. I mean, I get it that with money and status, that a woman who was down for you, who you thought was down for you, will flip the script on you, or she would change. That every woman will change, once the BBD comes, once they see the bigger, better deal. The guy with the, let's say you're driving you could be driving a Toyota, a Hyundai or something, and she sees the guy with the Ferrari, and the 6-7 figure income, and let's say he has this. Let's say you work a job where you got a boss and you work, you got to be at work, and the boss says come in, and you got to be in because he told you to come in. But this guy, not only do he got a Ferrari, but he owns his own business. He has his own business, and he's the boss, and he says if he wants to come in or not. He decides what he wants to do. And so, and a woman get a whiff of that and leave you for him, which is he's the bigger, better deal, what they call monkey branching, with hypergamy. Jumping from your branch to his branch, hypergamy. So a lot of them harp on about this. They just go on and on and on. I can't trust a woman, hypergamy, this and that. My thing is, and this is I mean, it just sounds really whiny, really sensitive, really emotional. And it's just like, man, shut up. Like, no, like, honestly, like, who really cares about that? You know what I mean? If you're really masculine, like you claim, if you really have the alpha male mentality, like you claim, if that's something that's really true about you, you're not worried about no hypergamy. You're not worried about a girl monkey branching from you to Jeff Bezos, the dude with the billions of dollars. You're not worried about that. Because if you got it, like you say and like you claim you got it, then that's not even a factor. That's not even in a discussion. It just goes without saying. Like, you good. Like me, for example, right? I don't have everything. You know what I mean? I'm doing okay. Very successful for a black man. But if there's someone, well, I mean, there are people who they own their own businesses and they got, all these great things going for them that I don't have. And they bigger, better, everything, in all the materialistic kinds of ways. Now, would I be, frantic or fretting about my woman going to, like, oh, she's going to be with them. She's going to go to them. No, that's fear. And the things that you fear, you tend to attract. I've seen that tons of times in real time where a guy fears his woman leaving him. He's having dreams about it. He's sweating in his sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, sweating. Oh, sweetie, what's wrong? Babe, I'm sorry. I had another dream. Again, another one. He had another dream, her leaving him. And then she gets fed up and then eventually she leaves him. Like, his fear-based actions cause that person to leave because you just go on and on and on about it. My thing is, I'm not worried about a woman leaving. Why? Why am I not worried about a woman leaving or my woman leaving? For one, I'm a high-value male. I have options. If my woman leave me, there's many more options I could choose from, if that's the case, And there's always a bigger, better deal. It's not just on my side. It's on the woman's side, too. There's always a woman who's even more feminine, who's even more beautiful, who's even more submissive, who's even more all the things that man can want. And they are in my options. I have those in my options too. So it's not like, you see what I mean? But men who are unsure of themselves, they don't look at themselves as a catch. They think that these type of women are out of their range. They don't have options, which means if they don't have options, they're desperate. They'll take anything they can get. So because they don't have options and they're desperate, they harp on their woman leaving them and they fear it. And that's all they talk about. That's all they think about. And okay, I get it. Because you don't got nothing else. You think she's the last fish in the sea, and or whatever the case is. And this is, it drives men crazy. But I hear so much about hypergamy. To me, it's like boo hoo hoo, blah, blah, blah. Hypergamy this, hypergamy that. Listen, I'm a high value male. If my girl pulls a hypergamy trick, guess what? I got many more options. It's not a problem for me. Why? Because I know my worth. I know my value. I know I'm top of the line. And I know, what I'm looking for, which is also top of the line. I know I can get that and more because I value myself that much. I love myself that much. So with that being said, why would I care about hypergamy? Why would that scare me in any way, shape, or form? To me, it's a joke. It's like the boogeyman. Like you go home and you crawl up under your covers and you put a cover over your head because you think the boogeyman's under your bed. Like that's what hypergamy is. It's the boogeyman in your closet. It's the boogeyman in your closet or under your bed. That's hypergamy for men nowadays. So when I hear this stuff, it's baffling. It's mind baffling. I couldn't imagine being afraid of something like that and having the knowledge and the skill set that I do, being high value. Now, if I was a low value man, if I was insecure and I didn't have options and I was desperate and I would settle for anything that comes my way, then sure, I would worry about hypergamy like everybody else, but it's not a factor in my book. It's just not. It's not a factor. Not with the knowledge and the skill set that I have in the natural high value male traits that's naturally innate in me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, y'all can miss me with that. So this whole MGTOW, MGTOW is a bunch of bull crap. And I mean, a lot of the dudes I see on there are, it's sad to say, but super simp. I'm talking about they graduated with a simp degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sad, to see stuff like that. And, not trying to belittle them or not trying to devalue them. But, I mean, just being honest, that's the kind of guys they are. And they complain about these women leaving them and doing this stuff. And it's like, bro, man up. Man up. Take it on the chin. You know what Aaliyah say? Dust yourself off and try it again. That's all you got to do, man. It's that simple. It's that easy. And when you high value and you have options, it really is just that easy. It's not hard at all. So I just want to encourage anybody who's MGTOW or, thinking about becoming MGTOW or, somehow what they're teaching makes sense to you, or you're afraid of hypergamy and, you're afraid of your woman leaving you. I'm going to tell you right now, I encourage you to man up, to be a man. Put some bass in your voice. Number one, put some bass in your voice. Grow a backbone. Just man up. Rise to the occasion. Stop fearing women. Become confident in securing yourself. Value yourself. Know your worth. And when you do those things, you will start to gain options. You will start to attract other options where you won't be so pressed over this one girl monkey branching from you to some 7-figure dude. Okay? So don't even worry about that stuff, man. Put that stuff to rest. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your mission. Focus on your goals. And listen, love yourself unconditionally. And when you do that, I promise you, everything else will fall in place. So that's it. If you like the content in this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And remember, love inspires, endures, uplifts, and bears all things. Peace.